So we're going to try to pick the back of the car up so we can put the block back under it with the engine in place.
Ready? So you kick the jack stand, I'll kick the block.
So here's where we're at. In order to do all the suspension, we basically have to get the engine mounted in, because where the engine's mounted is going to dictate where exactly the CV shafts go, and that in turn is going to tell us our distance that the wheels are going to stick out. All that stuff needs to be known. So one thing we're finding with the engine is that our cross brace right here runs right underneath the transmission, and that transmission actually sticks a good bit below the engine. So in order to get it, not really going for level, a little bit of leaning forward is fine, but you can see the engine is going to be mounted up a little bit from the frame. Not a big deal. We're thinking we got this rectangular tube over here. I think I'm just going to cut some sections out of that and basically make mounts that it's going to sit on top of. We can get to that. So, how strong are these inserts really? Can they hold a Ferrari V8 in place? Maserati V8, whatever you prefer. Suppose we're going to find out. For the jack to get under here, for the cherry picker, we need to get this up on a jack stand because it sits too low. That block is precisely calibrated to bring this whole thing to the proper ride height. So we're going to try to pick the back of the car up so we can put the block back under it with the engine in place. Alrighty folks, we are not in our shop, actually one of my co-workers' shop, because he has a lathe. And we need the lathe because we need to make new hubs for the back of the car. So got ourselves some stock. He's getting that set up, and basically Porsche has these bearings. This just sits in there. It's press fit. So we're going to have to machine the inside of this out to what's classified as an N7 fit. I'll throw numbers up on screen, but it's a very tight fit. Very, very small tolerance. We're both machinists. I think we can handle doing this. Getting that lined up, and then we have a montage of a bunch of machining coming up here. And by the end, we're going to have the center portion of our race car hubs. Next part will be doing some brackets and stuff that the suspension bits are all going to mount on. Don't know exactly how I'm going to go about that yet, but cross that bridge when we get there. exciting visual here. We have the wheels where they're gonna be. That is now the proper wheelbase. They are now sitting centered at the full width that they're gonna be at, which same as before, but honestly, with all the body work gone, that is dramatic looking. Goddamn steamrollers back here. For the most part, that's the car.
Yeah.
There's still going to be the big old, header setup coming out of it, and obviously the suspension bits, but like, that really gives you a visual of this thing. So, next step for me is going to be figuring out how I'm going to build all the suspension arms. So, I've got some ideas on how I'm going to do the actual spindles. Whether or not they'll work, is anyone's guess. But looking at the amount of space I have here, definitely think I'll be able to do what I had in mind. If there's any part of this build that will kill us, this is likely the one. I don't mean in terms of effort, I mean in this. If we get the suspension wrong, the car can kill us. So, fingers crossed that doesn't happen. I don't think it will. I think we're doing a pretty good job so far. In terms of what needs to be done pre-powder coating, I think this will be the final thing. Once we have all these tabs welded on, I can't think of anything else that needs to be welded to the car. I think there's going to be some stuff around the rear for like mounting lights, license plate, all that stuff. That's minor.
Massive wing.
Massive wing. Massive wing is a good point. Everyone has a junky massive wing out there. We want a massive wing. Probably just get like a wing off of a biplane, flip it. Like, that would work, right? Anyways, that's going to do it for this one. If you like the direction the build is going, give us a follow. Follow us on Instagram. We're on YouTube. So if you like the direction this build is going, subscribe, like, share it with your friends. Want to buy some merch, squonkworks.com. He's wearing one of them. Hey, yeah. Keep up with the build. It's going to be awesome.